Roe vs. Wade was overturned this morning, and I'm here to give you the facts and what you need to know. First of all, Roe vs. Wade is a constitutional right that has been upheld for over 50 years. This provides a fundamental right to privacy, which protects a person's right to a safe abortion. So, what does this mean? It means that the decision gives individual states the power to set their own abortion laws without concern of Roe, which kept abortions legal for the first 2 trimesters of pregnancy. We are looking at about half of the states which will outlaw abortions or severely restrict them. While some of these states will take some time for their laws to take effect, some states have trigger laws which will go into effect immediately. Kentucky, Louisiana, and South Dakota are set to take effect immediately. Idaho, Tennessee, and Texas abortion bans automatically go into effect in 30 days. Arkansas, Mississippi, Missouri, North Dakota, Oklahoma, Utah, and Wyoming need a certification process which could happen at any time. States that will potentially make abortions illegal are Alabama, Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, North Carolina, Ohio, South Carolina, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. Most of these states had pre-Roe laws that could now be upheld. Out of the 26 states that are likely to ban abortions, 22 of the states are likely to enforce felony bans. These bans typically have a life of the mother exception, but the definition of exactly when a mother's life is in danger is vague and varies. These new laws can also affect medical care for pregnancy loss. Medically treated miscarriages and abortions are treated in the same way, and laws that restrict abortion or that outlaw certain medications or procedures used in abortions also have the potential to limit treatment for miscarriages. So, who does this affect? Essentially everyone. All people, no matter their gender, ethnicity, race, or economic stance, benefit from safe and accessible abortions. That being said, this law targets people with uteruses and strips them of their right to make a decision about their body. Remember, not all people who have uteruses are women, and not all people without a uterus are men. That being said, this will disproportionately affect people of marginalized communities the most. The ability for many people to access a safe abortion will take resources that many people just don't have. And the reality is that due to systematic disparities, women of color will be affected by far. So what can we do? Well, for those of us that have experienced a medically treated miscarriage or needed an abortion, I implore you, share your story. The number one thing that divides us is the lack of representation, the lack of education, and the lack of empathy. Now is the time to let the world know that it isn't just some obscure person that needs access to safe health care and the freedom to choose for ourselves. We need them to know that we are their neighbors, your siblings, and your children, and we're here and we need help. I also ask that all uterus owners unite. Do not compare or judge another's story. Do not criticize or shame. We need every story we can get, and we need to hear them all with empathy and compassion. Next, elevate voices of color and LGBTQ communities. Those are the stories we need to push to the forefront of our movement. Third, donate money to nonprofits helping people access safe abortions, such as Jane's Due Process and the National Network of Abortion Funds. Lastly, prepare to fight back and help those in need. Make sure to follow me for additional updates on reproductive justice.